Welcome to the Startup Funding Espresso. I'm Hall T. Martin, where we talk about how to raise funding and invest in startups and the time it takes to drink an espresso. If you have a question about startup funding or investing, please go to the website, startupfundingespresso.com, and type in your question into the chat bot in the lower right corner to receive an answer. I hope you enjoy this episode. Hello, this is Hall T. Martin with the Startup Funding Espresso, your daily shot at startup funding and investing. In raising funding, startups should avoid these statements to investors. We have no competition. If there's no competition, then there is no market. Instead, the founder should talk about how the startup solves the problem in a new and unique way. This is the value proposition of the business. You'll need to sign my NDA before I can tell you about my business. The investor will interpret this to mean that there's no protection on the business such as intellectual property. Instead, the founder should limit the discussion to the benefits their technology provides and not go into how it works. I've included my sweat equity on the cap table. The investor will only recognize equity that is bought with dollars. The founder should consider sweat equity as table stakes that all startups must bring to the fundraise. We only need 1% of this billion-dollar market to be successful. While this statement may sound compelling, the investor interprets this statement as lacking a go-to-market strategy. The founder should focus on their initial traction with customers by outlining the first 20 customers they will pursue. This shows a focused approach to entering the market. Avoid these statements in your pitch. Thank you for joining us for the Startup Funding Espresso, where we help startups and investors connect for funding. Let's go start listening to today. Hall T. Martin is the director of Investor Connect, which is a 501c3 nonprofit dedicated to the education of investors for early-stage funding. All opinions expressed by Hall and podcast guests are solely their own opinions and do not reflect the opinion of Investor Connect. This podcast is for informational purposes only and should not be relied upon as a basis for investment decisions.